Welcome to The Lift with Sheila Robinson Kiss. Come on in. There's always a special place set aside for you here where you can relax, kick up your heels, pour yourself a nice, refreshing drink, and prepare to be lifted and soar. Thanks so much and welcome back. Stubborn, proud, and miserable. Please lean in closely for this special message. I really want everyone to hear me and hear me loud and clearly. Being stubborn is only a virtue if it serves you in some positive capacity. Let me repeat that. Being stubborn is only a virtue if it serves you in some positive capacity. If you have the mentality that it's my way or the highway, eventually you're going to end up on the highway alone. I'm sending out this message because far too many people that I've met along the path, whether it be clients, family, or friends, are of the mindset that being stubborn is a badge of honor. And it's really not, unless you're pushing against someone or something for the greater good. Now look, the symbol of being stubborn is the donkey, which we also refer to as the ass. Now, I'm not fond of using that word, but it's not my word. It's in the dictionary. And you will see a picture of a stubborn donkey there. Now, you can picture a donkey being in part of a caravan that is carrying lots of equipment and needs to get up the hill and get to safety because a huge storm is coming. But this donkey, for its own reason, has just dug its feet in the mud. I'm not going to move for no other reason than I'm being a stubborn ass. And everyone else goes up the hill. They're getting to safety. Everything is fine. And this donkey is just standing there, gets swept away with the tide, ends up losing its life, all because I just chose to be ignorantly stubborn. And that's the kind of stubborn streak that I refer to. And if you do have a stubborn streak, I'm not going to say that it's entirely a bad thing. But the question I would challenge everyone to ask yourself is my stubborn streak, is my stubborn side working for me or against me? There are some things that I am stubborn about. I have a stubborn insistence regarding the welfare of my child. I have a stubborn insistence regarding my value system and my work. But those things do not cut against my life and the people in my life to hurt me. I was working with a woman last year. Her husband got a new job making 4 times, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times the amount of money that he was currently making at that time. He needed to move in order to accept this job. And before he could get anything out of his mouth, her response was, "No, I'm not leaving. I grew up here. I'm going to stay here." Make a long story short, she sent this man out to sunny California by himself. Never once did she stop to think about, wow, we're going to have 4 times the amount of money. With that money, I could fly back and see my friends 2 or 3 times a week. It's going to take me to California, and it could put our family in a place that would catapult us into the stratosphere in terms of safety and security for the future. She wouldn't hear of it, sent him out to California by himself, calls me back a few years later, and what started out as couples counseling had turned into grief counseling when he announced, "You don't need to make plans to come out here. I'm fine. I've moved on." Not only did he fall in love with sunny California, he fell in love with a cute little bubbly blonde. Now, I don't condone this type of thing, but it's what happened. And it happened because of her stubborn insistence and not checking herself to look at the true realities of the situation. This is a cautionary tale. It's a cautionary tale because being stubborn creates a block. It creates a wall in your life, and oftentimes logic can't get in, things that make sense can't get in, reason can't get in, and you end up hurting yourself and hurting your life due to something that you thought was noble, being stubborn, sticking to your guns. You know, my hope is that everyone will develop yourself and your personality in a way that works for you. And as brilliant as you are, your way is not always going to be the best way. You have to leave some room for the delightful alternatives to come into your life. Again, this has been a cautionary tale, and I invite you to check in with yourself on that stubborn nature, and I'll see you next time.